up, everybody? My name's Salim Slayton. Welcome to my store, The Cool Place. We are the largest hobby and gaming store in Georgia, if you don't know anything about us. We're at 10,000 square feet. We have a lot of different activities. I'll just give you a 30-second intro. If you want to skip past this, be my guest. We have 12 new-gen video game consoles. We have our virtual reality stations. We have a movie theater. We have an arcade area. We have 40K ping pong chess, pool, a lot of different stuff. That's just a little bit about who I am, just so you know a little bit of background of, yes, we have quite a bit of familiarity with new-gen consoles. So let's jump right in. Today is, the 7th? It's November 7th. Fedex brought in a package. Had no idea what was in it. It was pretty hefty in size and weight. Crack it open. They gave me two Xbox One Series X's. That's going to happen a lot. Xbox Series X's disc versions. They didn't give them to me, obviously. I pre-ordered from our local Walmart. As far as I know, we're a little bit early on that, so yeah, clearly I know my stuff, right? But we're just going to jump right in. I've been playing on it. I've probably spent about an hour on it so far. I'll get into boot speeds first. Again, we have 4 of everything, but I've set up nicely here. One Xbox One S, one PlayStation Slim model, and then obviously our giant beast here in the center. It is huge, but I'll get into kind of the physical appearance of it later. First, I'd like to get into boot speeds. I just want to jump straight in. So I'm going to boot up the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 at the same time, if you could get the screens. And then I'm going to go ahead and boot up here too. So far, the main thing that we can tell, honestly, the biggest difference here, of course this isn't going to boot up. We're going to try that again. The main thing that we can tell, these are in sleep mode, by the way, so that's why they booted up so quickly that time. This one was not. This one was. That was a cold boot on the Series X. It booted in, I don't know how fast that was, less than 5 seconds it seemed like. The main thing here I'd like to kind of sample with everybody too is just a hard boot of Fortnite when this one gets ready. While waiting on that, I'll kind of go ahead and get into the side-by-side comparison of controllers. At first, second, and third glance, there's not a whole lot different. They added a little bit of a share screen upload. I'm actually not sure what that is. Bottom looks exactly the same. The feel, it's almost exactly the same. They do have nice grips around here. You can actually feel that. It fits nice and firm in the hands. The triggers themselves, they're really, I don't know how to, they have really good tension is the best way to say it. Everything else, obviously the D-pad's a little bit different too, but everything else is exactly the same. The interface itself, if I didn't show you that this was coming from a Series X, I would be impressed if you could tell this was even a Series X, honestly. It's exactly the same. Now, we don't have any new gen console titles. We don't have any Series X titles because there's not any out. But I've played a little bit of Fortnite. I'm not a Fortnite player, by the way. I played a little Call of Duty and a little Halo. In-game, I can't really tell if it's placebo or not. I was actually playing on one of these little monitors. We will get into 4K versus 1080p, which these little ones are. This is a 4K 55-inch Roku TCL TV. We will get into 4K versus if it's actually playing better. When I played Fortnite, Call of Duty, and Halo on the Series X, it felt like it was loading quicker, it felt like the games were smoother, it felt like the gameplay was better, but I can't really tell. Until we do a side-by-side comparison of 4K versus 1080, which clearly the Series X is going to win, it's a little tough to know who the victor is. So this was not turned off properly, that's fine. Again, guys, just press the skip button by 5 seconds for the entire time. Okay. So the main thing again that I can see the potential for this little, I've heard it called a Bluetooth speaker, I've heard it called a mini computer, I've heard it called a refrigerator, of course. Everybody has been slamming me at the shop, and yes, we are pretty much close we closed about 20 minutes ago. I see the potential in it because it's a 1 terabyte SSD, and I've been on PCs for about 10 years. I actually swapped off of consoles, and I've been on SSDs almost since their original mainstream launch about 10 years ago. There's a significant difference. You can't go back. When you get on one of these and get onto anything else, without an SSD, whether it's PC or console, it's night and day difference. It really is night and day difference. So let's get into my most curious part of this video is Fortnite boots. I'm going to boot Fortnite on Xbox One and PS4. And then I'm going to follow up with a Fortnite. So again, they're all updated, as far as I know at least. Of course they're not. Play here instead. Okay. Oh, well that's wonderful. It is logged into the same account. I'm going to do a PS4 versus Xbox Series X instead. And let's see actual boot time into games versus the hard boot. So you can see the loading bar hasn't even popped up on the PS4, and as much as I wish we could do all three at the same time, everybody who has both, and if you don't, they boot about the same. Xbox One and PS4 are almost identical, whereas the loading screen, I promise you that the one would be having the same difficulty right here. The loading screen hasn't even popped up on to this versus, again, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, not entirely sure, but it is absolutely ready to be played, while this is not. For me, and as a game shop owner, this is going to be a big deal because we do a lot of cold boots, we do a lot of cold restarts, there's a lot of updates, there's a lot of time wasted when people are swapping between games. When they buy a 1 hour or 4 hour session, if they have to wait, it's still not even loaded. It's crazy to me, but this is normal. Like, we've gotten used to this because consoles have never had an SSD before. Excuse me, I'm getting sick even thinking about it. Consoles have still never had an SSD until today. So I think that's a big deal. We could do, it's in the console, look at me. I have this, that one needs to update. But again, Modern Warfare, I don't have the disc ready for PS4, but we'll see how fast that boots. Fortnite is finally, there's a loading bar at least. But I'm not going to say that would be worth a Series X purchase, but it's a pretty, depending on how often you actually sit there and wait on it booting instead of going to get a Coke or whatever. Like, it's, for me, boot times is a huge deal. I obviously also see the potential of the hard drive, the GPU and everything inside the dedicated graphics card. It's going to be a huge difference when this sucker has some Class A titles. The Xbox box itself, and again, this is what it comes in. Pretty hefty little box. Pretty standard stuff, really. Oh yeah, and yes. So Fortnite just got ready on this. We've already talked for minutes. This is logging in. This is already ready to play Call of Duty, and it would boot and load into the game and play pretty quick too. The Series X box. Where is the opening thing on this? Oh, it's just right here. Yeah, the tape was a little weird on mine. Of course, just open that upside down. So you get it. Xbox is wedged kind of right in there. Has a nice little cover around it. HDMI and cables are in there, nicely wrapped. Comes with 2 Duracell batteries, which is a nice touch. I love when they give us batteries for the system. So popped it right in. I will say one of my biggest complaints, and I see this being a huge problem with all future consoles. I couldn't believe that I saw this, but goes through the updates pretty standard. Connect to Wi-Fi, pretty standard. Connect your account, pretty standard. Update the console, done. What's next? Update the controller. There was like a 5 or 10 minute, not second, 5 or 10 minute update on the actual controller. That makes me feel weird. Again, I've never seen that or heard of that on any other system, any other PC peripheral either. So I don't know. I'm hoping it's a one and done. I'm hoping, obviously, when they boot and launch out the wave of, like, you buy the controller yourself, that's going to come pre-updated. Lucky us. But I'm excited for what it's going to be, not really excited for what it is right now because we can't really explore the full potential. But again, cold boot into Fortnite, straight from a Class A title, Modern Warfare. We can check the time again. I'm pretty sure I'm getting to the point where I'm repeating myself, and you get the drift now. Fortnite, that was a little longer than the first time, maybe because we booted from a game, but it's good to go, you know, well, after it logs in, of course, and everything, you know. But back to Modern Warfare, one final experiment here, logging in, yes, fetching all that. Battle Royale, boom, ready. We're talking probably 30 seconds that time. Back to Modern Warfare, Warzone, and this will be the last time, I promise. Closing thoughts, I've kind of already touched on them, as far as speed, as far as potential for the dedicated graphics inside. It's ready to go, you know. I'm excited, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but excited for what will come, not what is now. But I am 5 days or a week early or whatever, so I doubt that's really the reason why. But yeah, Warzone's good to go, and I am good to go as well. It is midnight here, and I'm exhausted. We have a huge Extra Life event tomorrow, Extra Life 2020. Gonna have probably 100 people here from 12 noon to 12 midnight. Thank you, Thomas, the cameraman, for hooking us up with very smooth video recording. And I will see you guys around. If you like this video, I can do this on anything. We have 4 Oculus Rift S's. We're planning on, of course, getting a PS5 if they ever become available. We constantly upgrade our technology, and have old gen versus new gen side by sides wouldn't be an issue at all. Whether it's GPUs, CPUs, consoles, anything. We try to stay pretty up to date here. So thank you for your time, and yeah. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff if you'd like. We'll see you next time. Please let me know what you think, and I'll answer any comments that I can. Thank you. See you around.